She is a Ph.D. and author who put out a very difficult life story.
Yeah, Dr. Kimberly Luse shares a remarkably frank and honest recounting of her search for gender equality and educational success, as well as surviving heartbreaking life events. And she's going to host a book signing for her book, Circling the Drain, a story of hope, lost children, and finding a home. And Kimberly joins us right now. Thanks so much for coming in to talk about your book, talk about your life. I found it really hard to synopsize what has happened to you in your life. So I guess that's why you had a book in you.
I guess so. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really thrilled to be here. This is my hometown, and so I know you. I've recently met Sheila, but I feel like I've known her. She's been in my living room for years and years.
Thank you.
When we met, I said, "You know, you're Sheila Gray, right?" So, that's a true story. She's like, "Yeah,
that's a true story.
I knew that."
But you've been through a lot of challenges. What made you want to share it with other people? Because some of this is deeply personal.
Yeah.
It's very vulnerable. I've joked that I've had babies easier than this book, which is really true. Yeah. I was a nervous wreck, quite frankly, about releasing it. I retained a writing coach, so thank you, Christina Young. She helped me through the process of it. But what made me really want to do it was, over the valleys and high parts of my life, many times I felt alone, and like I was a unicorn, the only one. Yeah. And what I wouldn't have given to know that wasn't true. So some of the personal and professional things that happened, you walk around with your head hanging down, and then you learn, actually, you're not alone. I'm an executive coach now, and I do a lot of public speaking, and as I started through this journey, I felt led to go ahead and share. I'd say the first time I tiptoed out, I said, you know, I actually had a conversation with myself in front of an audience. No, I can't say that. Yes, no, I can't. And I realized they're all looking at me. They think I'm crazy. And I actually said, I'm going to tell you a story about one of our children in the throes of drug addiction and mental health illness and what it did to our lives.
Was that kind of the impetus, the first thing?
It was the outpouring afterwards, people weeping, people coming up, and somebody said to me, I thought I was the only one. Oh. You should write a book. So I started to think about this. And the things that I was the most nervous about are the things that I believe people probably need to hear the most.
Well, I read the book, and the thing that strikes me is everything is not wrapped up in a neat little bow. I mean, there are still things in your life that are not perfect and that are hard. But you can inspire people with that, right?
Right. You know, we've come to peace. It's this remarkable story. It starts, the remarkable part of the story is the intervention for me and the learning how to listen to my higher power, stop being angry and shaking my fist at the sky and at God. I start when I'm 6. I acknowledge my mother, who is the one that made intergenerational progress in our family. I want to write her book next, but she don't want me to do it. She says nobody will read it.
You'll read it. I would read it.
Mom, Sheila Gray would read that book.
So. Well, unfortunately, we can't talk a whole lot longer, but we do want to let people know about the book signing tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's April 10th?
The book signing's actually tomorrow at the Metropolitan Club from 6 to 8.
In Covington? In
Covington, and at the same venue on April 10th, we're having an executive coaching. It's Biz Women of the Met. So it's a new speaker series. I'm going to keynote it, and then my partner and I are going to lead the afternoon for free from 10 to 5. Tracy Douglas Wheeler and I are going to do emotional intelligence and the DISC assessment and how you do your preferences.
If you're interested in the book and in those events, local12.com, just click that Get It link.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kimberly, thank you.
Thank you.
Kimberly, at a high point right now.